Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, dear students. Welcome to the CDM Open Day webinar. The Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing has been a apex body for Sri Lankan marketers since back in 1970. SLIM, the Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing, which was incorporated by an act of parliament in 1980. SLIM, the Marketing Mahagadara, recognized as a national body for marketing and has authority to edify the marketing profession in Sri Lanka. So, ladies and gentlemen, Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing conducted major events, award ceremonies on a national scale. We look at the same Slim CDM program. The Certificate in Digital Marketing program is a preliminary 4-month course. It's designed to equip students with the fundamentals of digital marketing and the online communication ecosystem. The CDM program offers an opportunity for students to gain conceptual as well as practical knowledge of digital marketing and online communication. A certificate in digital marketing is beneficial for digital marketing career-minded candidates profiles, those who are looking forward, seeking to acquire specific competencies and differentiate themselves from the rest. Marketers, business development officers can enhance their skills, knowledge throughout this certificate in digital marketing program. So, ladies and gentlemen, she's the assistant manager for digital marketing innovation and omnichannel lead at Unilever Sri Lanka. She completed her Masters of Business Administration from the University of Bedfordshire. It's good to see you here and very good morning, ma'am. For the CDM Open Day webinar, I warmly welcome Ms. Sammani Pereira for the guest speaker speech.
Hi everyone, good morning. I hope you can see my screen and you can see me as well.
Yes, Ms. Sammani, you're audible and we can see.
All right. Okay, hi everyone. I'll just do a quick introduction of myself. So my name is Samani. Thanks Dasun for that introduction. So I currently work in the capacity of assistant manager for digital marketing, digital innovations, and omnichannel at Unilever Sri Lanka. So digital marketing is, a part of this whole digital commerce ecosystem at Unilever, right? So when you say digital commerce, one of the bigger buckets for us is digital marketing. But along with digital marketing, we have things like e-selling, B2B selling, B2C selling, UI, UX, DDM, performance marketing, whatnot, right? So there are so many areas that make up digital commerce. But of course, the larger and the most vital bucket in this ecosystem is digital marketing, right? So let me just tell you why digital marketing is so important right now and why it's such a hot topic at the moment. If you look at the past few years, and if you look at the digital ad spend that we've had in the past few years, actually, it has consistently been growing year on year. It's actually forecasted to keep growing for the next, number of years as well, consistently. Actually, if you look at the total media spend, around 69% of all global media spend goes into digital. This is as of 2024. These numbers are clear indicators of how digital ad spend and how digital marketing itself is becoming a priority by the day, right? So if you look at digital media spend, we see a number of companies that are taking precedence in, being top spenders. If you look at, the top few, it's always the tech industry. You see big tech giants who are, while driving the change, these guys are, platform owners itself, but they are also some of the biggest spenders, companies like Amazon, Google, Meta. And then you see companies from other industries like quick commerce, players like Uber Eats. And then if you look at streaming services, players like Disney, Netflix, then other, social media platforms, professional platforms like LinkedIn. And then, of course, consumer companies for consumer goods like Unilever, P&G, Nestle, Coca-Cola. All of these guys have prioritized digital ad spend, and they're currently some of the top spenders in the world. So we can clearly see that digital marketing is an extremely hot topic at the moment and an extremely top priority for all leading companies in the world. Now, digital marketing is a fundamental part of digital commerce. Yeah. Let me share some numbers with you as to why this is increasingly important for us as an industry itself. In early 2019, the share of digital commerce sale out of total retail was only at a 4.8%. In 2020 and 2021, with COVID-19 as a major factor for turning this industry and really accelerating its growth, this share number has increased. It has increased from 6.3 to 7.2. And by 2025, we're actually forecasting to have a 10% share of total sale globally coming through from digital commerce. And I'm happy to share with you that even though the total global share is forecasted to be 10%, there are already companies as of end of year in 2023 have surpassed this. Unilever closed the year with a 15% share of sale coming from digital commerce. Companies like P&G, also the same percentage. We have companies like Nestle also closing in close to 13-14%. We're already ahead of growth. But of course, at a global scale, 10% is something that we are closing in on achieving. So increasingly, with the growth of digital commerce as an industry, digital marketing is becoming more and more important by the day. Without having digital marketing, it becomes increasingly impossible for you to generate digital commerce sales. So, these two go hand in hand. Now, a very common question that as Sri Lankans that we come across is how relevant is digital marketing to Sri Lanka? A lot of people have this assumption that it's not quite important for us because, by default, Sri Lanka is always light years behind, behind the Western world. Actually, it's quite the opposite. It is true that for Sri Lanka at the moment, e-commerce penetration is approximately at 1%. This penetration is at 1% purely due to the industry not being driven, right? It's a course of action that we are waiting to come across. And that is what we are doing today, right? Through upskilling of people, through companies shifting their priority. That is how we achieve this digital commerce transition. And the reason why we say that we are ready is very simple. We'll just look at one simple statistic for Sri Lanka, right? Let's look at internet penetration. That's like your bread and butter for digital marketing, right? If you need to have an internet connection. Sri Lanka's internet penetration is at a 66.7%. That is 66.7% of the population have access to the internet. Now, mind you, this is higher than the South Asian average, which means that there are countries in South Asia with a lower internet penetration than Sri Lanka, but a better digital commerce industry, right? So what we really need to bring into Sri Lanka at this point is just, the mindset shift and the upskilling of our people. We definitely have, in terms of equipment and readiness for the country, we are definitely above and beyond readiness. Yeah. And in order to take the first step, a baseline that a lot of us could follow is currently we have a 32.5% penetration. So if all companies, if all individuals, when you allocate your ad spend, if you could, simply allocate 32.5% of it into your digital ad spend, that is an on par investment, because your digital marketing goes hand in hand with your social media penetration. That is, one small step that we can take, which would definitely really change things for the Sri Lankan economy. And just another stat which builds on this same point is, at the moment, 95% of all e-com sales happen through mobile. If you look at the numbers which show device ownership in Sri Lanka, mobile is the highest owned device. And if 95% of e-com sales are happening through mobile, and if a majority of us also have access to internet and social media, digital marketing is good to go, because digital marketing predominantly plays is also on mobile devices. So in terms of e-com readiness, we are good to go. And in terms of what our future would look like, it's golden, right? I'll share one stat with you, which is how Asia is doing as a continent, right? If you look at total online grocery sales, 45% of this is happening in Asia. Now, while 45% is not the majority chunk, what makes it all the more better is the fact that the Western penetration has been at a standstill for the last, 3 years. They have had a certain percentage and that has not increased. Whereas Asia has been increasing that share year on year. So there's definitely a very promising future, and this digital transition is definitely coming. What we are simply doing here is being ready for that transition, being skilled for that transition, and having our priorities right ahead of time. So I know that it's very easy to say digital marketing is the future, simply as a statement, because the opportunities that you have in the digital marketing space is actually quite limitless. There's so many platforms that you can play in. There's so many concepts that you can bring to life. There's so many things that you can do. But I've just pointed out a couple of the obvious reasons why digital marketing is, really important right now. We are living in a really fast-paced digital world. If you look at the previous decade to the current decade, you'll see that the evolution of technology is faster than ever at the moment. If you look at how technology evolved from the 1990s to the early 2000s versus your 2010s to your 2020s, it's drastically different. We have, decades, years worth of technology evolution coming in a matter of years, right? Just in a couple of years, we're bringing that transition in. And this is really changing shopper behavior as well. You and I were both shoppers. If you look at yourself, just 2 years ago, let's say 3 years ago, before things like TikTok and Instagram Reels um, were out there, we used to watch videos which ranged from 10, 15, 20 minutes on YouTube with no problem at all. But now that we are accustomed to looking at short form video content, our attention span is also increasingly dropping. If you can't get to the point between 16 to 15 seconds, most likely the user is going to scroll past. So, technology, social media is taking precedence in changing and setting shoppers' behavior. And since social media is taking precedence, this is exactly where we need to be playing in. Your larger chunk of attention right now has to be in digital marketing. And then the second important fact is that omni-channel is the future. Just to define what omni-channel is, right? Omni-channel is when a person has multiple touch points of being influenced, and they also have multiple options in converting into a sale, right? For example, in the current context, if company A is releasing a new beverage, right? They might be, and if they are doing their digital marketing game right, as a user, I'll be approached probably through meta advertising. I might come across influencer content on TikTok, right? So now I'm thinking, this brand is becoming a top of mind brand for me. When I am watching a YouTube video, I might, have a YouTube advertisement that runs in. So the next time that I am in a Kiehl's or a Cargill's and I see this beverage on the shelf, my tendency to convert in the store itself could be higher. Alternatively, if this company is playing their conversion game right, they should have a shop now link in their meta advertisements or whatever digital ads that they're running. And I could easily convert as an online sale as well. So the shopper's path is no longer linear. It's sort of a web. There are multiple points of being influenced. There's multiple points of converting that into a sale. And when you say digital marketing, we don't necessarily mean that this is going to be an online sale. Digital marketing is important to drive your sales offline and offline, right? Offline and online is increasingly becoming interconnected. So this little web is heavily reliant on digital marketing. So it's important that we get this particular area right. And the third thing is low cost, low effort. If you compare the amount of time, energy, and in most cases, the amount of money that you spend for a digital marketing campaign versus a traditional campaign, it is comparatively lower. And actually, in most cases, your ROI is also better because there is an ROI tracking issue also with traditional marketing, where in most scenarios, it's difficult to come up with an accurate figure of ROI. That is your return on investment. Whereas when you are sticking with digital marketing, it's increasingly easier to track. And this doesn't necessarily mean that your ROI is always going to be good. Of course, it all depends on how you handle your marketing campaign and how you plan it and where you execute it. But since you can track ROI, there's always a learning point where you can decide what works for you and what doesn't work for you, right? So overall, in terms of revenue, this is a completely positive area. And then lastly, as a brand, as a digital marketer for your brand, you will definitely have certain jobs to be done, right? Your intention might be to acquire new users. Your intention might be to gain users that you have lost, to regain them. Or your intention might be, to capture a competitor or lookalike audiences into your brand, right? So wherever you want to play in the marketing funnel, digital marketing makes it that much easier for you to do, right? If you plan your campaign right, your strategy, your campaign, your planning, your execution, if you do that right, targeting at where you want that to be in your funnel, you can definitely bring in the results that you are aiming for much easier than in your traditional means of doing so. So these are some of the basic reasons that I wanted to share with you as to why digital marketing is the future. But I'm sure the CDM program would help you cover all of those areas in detail. It will cover the fundamentals that you need for your digital marketing career. I can, assure you that as a student who has completed the CDM program a few years back myself. So with that, I hope and I wish all of you guys the very best. If you have any questions, maybe in the chat box, you can post it and I can revert to you. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Dasun. Dasun, you're not audible. You're on mute.
Thank you, Ms. Amani Pereira, for that great introduction. And I hope our students got a plethora of knowledge about what is the CDA program and why they need to choose LIM for their CDM uh, for this CDM program. And one more special thing is that as a completed CDM program of the SLIM, it's great pleasure to share your knowledge with an experience why they need to choose the SLIM CDM program. So once again, thank you very much for your having your time with CDM Open Day webinar. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our welcome speaker. So he has a very good story to share with you. I'd like to take this opportunity to warmly welcome Dr. Sajid Tanukar for the welcome speech.
Dasun, can you please give the access to Mrs. Harshit because he can't actually get the access. That's why.
Okay, I just have. Um, Hi guys, my name is Dr. Sajid Chanukar. I'll be here to. I'm here to warmly welcome you guys. And first of all, before that, I would like to thank Miss Amani and everyone. First and most of all, our students who have taken time out of their busy schedules and joined this open day. And more than that, I would like to welcome and express sincere gratitude to our coordinator, Ms. Mudita, as well as Dasun from marketing, who's been facilitating this marketing. And I would like to warmly welcome anyone else who have joined this occasion. Um, so I'm going to keep it very short because actually Ms. Amani went into the specifics and details about it and explained the importance of digital marketing in current day and age. And most of all, she gave a lot of data in terms of how our economy is faring. But I just wanted to add one more statistics where she has, one more statistics to that. Like if you take our digital payments or e-commerce digital payments industry, which includes everything from institutional payments and all of that, which is growing at about 25% year on year, which is even during the COVID period, the industry was growing, right, exponentially. So I would like to emphasize on the fact that as part of SLIMS, as all of you know, we are the chartered body or the institution which represents Sri Lanka in the field of marketing, right? And as what Ms. Samani mentioned, we incorporated all our digital product due to this new growing trend. Some of you are already in as a part of or part of this new revolution, and I was informed we had on several batches, previous batches, we had a couple of people who are doing this CDM course in order for them to train them to be influencers, and some of them are doing to get a job in the industry on the digital marketing space. Either way, it is important for as an institute to communicate these facts. So this is one of the most fastest growing industries in the world, right? But that being said, what we are now, if you take our program, we have partnered up with various local and international bodies. Now, starting from this semester, most of you will be able to gain access to certificates. We would enable you to do certificate programs from Google and Meta during this course to facilitate, give you more credibility for this program. So we had students who have just graduated and started, especially after DDM, graduated and going into the digital marketing world with a starting salary of about 80,000 to 100,000 rupees as a result of the knowledge that is being gained. But the most important thing is, now you need to understand, now I am giving you certain information, and other lecturers and our guest speaker also gave a lot of information about this particular industry, digital marketing in general. But the most important thing is that this is a fairly a very dynamic industry. Dynamic industry means which is growing at an exponential rate, and as a result of that, new things or new data, no new information is gathered all throughout the um, year, right? As a result of that, now most of you, as I was informed, are right out of high school, or right after O level, or right after A level, right? And up until now, most likely, and there are some entrepreneurs and there are a few professionals as well, right? But uh, majority, as for the previous data, are right out of school, right? So this is not a qualification අර නිකන්, if I say in Sinhala, like අර අම්මා බයිනවට කරන type එකේ program එකක් නෙමෙයි, right? මොකද මේක නිතරම අප්ඩේට්, කියන්නේ දැන් අපි කෝස් එකේ කියලා දෙන දේවල් වලට අමතරව ඕගොල්ලොන්ට ඇවිල්ලා සෑහෙන්න වෙලාවක් ඒකේ ඇඩ් account එකක් create කරලා, ඒකේ මොනවද හරියන්නේ, ඒකේ මොනවද වැරදි වෙන්නේ කියන දේවල් practically demo, at least demo account එකකින් ඕගොල්ලෝ test කරලා බලන්න ඕනේ. ඒක ඇවිල්ලා මම ඕගොල්ලොන්ට එහෙම කියන්නේ මොකද අර මං කලින් කිව්වා වගේ මේක හුඟක් දේවල් වලට, හුඟක් වෙලාවල් වලට අප්ඩේට්ස් යනකොට, ඒව මේව යනකොට හුඟක් දේවල් changes වෙනවා. So you have to be in the game in order for you to understand. But the good side is that either you are an entrepreneur, or either you are a student looking for a job after completing this course, you will have to actively engage in it. අර නිකන් පොත පාඩම් කරලා ලියන එහෙම දෙයක් නෙමෙයි මේක වෙන්නේ මේ වගේ program. These are professional qualification, and you with this you get during your courses. As I told you, you are at your through, I mean, our assignments will be in line, most likely will be Google certificates and Meta certificate. දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ අපේ පැත්තෙන් දෙන්න පුළුවන් ඔක්කොම support එක international මේ validation ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ knowledge side එකේ ඔක්කොම ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නේ industry experts who are practicing and giving you their real life experience. But you will have to start practicing and do a lot of training. And also at the same time, as I told you, I'm going to keep it very short, and I would like to invite you to, after the CDM course, to progress further on our DDM programs and data-driven marketing programs if you find it very interesting and you see a very good career on this. And also, if you are interested in any other professional qualifications like CIM or anything like that, I would welcome you to speak with your coordinators and get information on those and enroll in those particular programs as well. So with that, I would like to hand over the mic back to Dasun. Dasun, you can take it over from here.
Well, thank you very much, and it's my humble pleasure for your busy, tiny schedule. You gave us the time for us to come and join and give a few words, but the message you passed with our students and with us is huge. So once again, thank you, Dr. Sajid Chanukar, for that great introduction, who came representing the Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing, Head of Education. So now, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to the lecturer speech. He's the Vice President for FreeMe at Nations Trust Bank and the senior lecturer at the Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing. It's my humble pleasure. Thank you for accepting the invitation for us, the CDM program. Mr. Shanaka Ratnayaka, welcome.
Hi, good morning, Dasun. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for the introduction. Welcome, everybody, to the CDM Open Day. So let me quickly take you through what you're in store, and let me also share the screen quickly, right? Within this program, and like Dr. Sajid mentioned, this can be improved. This whole program can be helpful for you to improve your knowledge in terms of digital marketing, and then probably progress into the advanced stages of DDM, and also get your DMI Digital Marketing Institute accreditations as well as a result of you joining this program. And again, like Dr. Sajid said, it's about how we use this knowledge and then apply it in practical context. So that is what a lot of people are looking for, maybe for career growth or for personal growth. Either way, so personal growth, as in if you're doing your own business, how can digital help us help yourself, help you in improving your services, and then how you connect with consumers also. So these are things that you will get to know practically in terms of the program. So today, when you get on board with the program, right, the certificate level program, you will be able to get an idea about what is the landscape out there, right? What are the digital technologies available out there, and then how can things be applied into what you do in your daily activities. Again, like I said, it could be for your personal growth or career growth as well. So let's start off with a quick outline. So again, welcome everybody who have joined in today. And before I start off, like I say every time when it comes to digital marketing, right, there's nothing called digital marketing anymore. So I mention this every time I say this, right? So you might wonder, you're coming into a CDM open day session, and then this guy comes and says there's nothing called digital marketing, and this is a program related to digital marketing. So you might wonder that, you might have that question. So that's a fair question to have, but I guarantee and ensure you that once you go through this program, you will actually agree with that point, right? You will actually agree with that point, with the information that you're going to get through. and your understanding of the digital market or the marketplace has evolved, you will get to know what this actually means. Because in today's context, we live in a digital world. So as marketers, what we do is we do the marketing in a digital world. That's what we do. That's what we do. So you don't have to separate and then put digital marketing into a different silo. වෙනම එකක් කියලා පාක් කරන්න ඕනේ නැහැ, right? You don't have to say that this is a digital marketing thing and get somebody else to do that. It's digital marketing. It's look it is explored separately. It's a team who does it. එහෙම එකක් නැහැ දැන්, right? It's basically marketing in a digital world. Everything we do has evolved now. Things have become digital. Even this meeting that we're having now, right? Even this open day session that we are having now is happening digitally, right? Couple of years ago, this would have been a physical session, right? You would come into a lecture hall or a location, and then you will find everybody available physically, right? You meet people physically, right? But the flip side is you will have to spend more time and other resources to travel to that physical location. Then you have to come back home, right? So there are other resources also utilized for this kind of an activity, right? But today we're doing it digitally. We're getting the same value in the digital world, right? We're getting the same value within the digital world. So that is how marketing has also evolved, because what we do is we do marketing in a digital world. And the difference in today's context is today's marketing landscape is that the marketing part, which is all about segmentation, targeting, and positioning, right? Segmenting, targeting, and positioning. This whole thing can be done better with digital coming into the picture, right? So digital has now become the enabler, right? Digital technologies, digital channels, everything has come into the picture, and now digital is the enabler for you to do these fundamentals of marketing, which is segmentation, targeting, and positioning. So which means you can segment customers better. You can define customer personas better. Customer profiles වෙන වෙනම හදා ගන්න පුළුවන්. Granular level customer personas අපිට හදා ගන්න පුළුවන්. Because you know more about, you can get more information about customers, likes, dislikes, pain points, right? Aspirations. ඔය වගේ දේවල් ගැන අපිට ගොඩක් දැන් details ගන්න පුළුවන්. You can identify a lot of information about customers. With that, you can segment them better. When you can segment them better, you can target the customers better. So digital helping you to segment customers better. When you know multiple customer personas are there, you can target them in the most suitable channel, using the most relevant channel out there, right? You can use the digital tools available, starting from Facebook, social media, to digital outdoor advertising, right? It can be through content marketing, right? You can target the consumers better. With that happening, digital will also help to position the product better, because the targeting that you do and the positioning that you do can be improved with digital. So example, if you when you with digital coming into the picture, you can target customers with the right message at the right time with the right positioning statement. එතනදී the positioning of the customer's mind, right, will be much more positive towards your brand than your competition, because you have used digital technologies and tools available to you to segment the customers better, target the customers better, and position the products in the minds of the customers better, right? So that is what digital has evolved to, which is again why there is nothing called digital marketing separate silo. It's simply marketing in the digital world. So the insight that I want to give you is within this program, like we always do with when you're coming up with setting up a building, right? You have to have a strong foundation, right? You have to have a strong foundation. So that is important. So for that to happen, your understanding of the basics and the fundamentals needs to be strong, right? The fundamentals and the understanding of the basics needs to be extremely strong. So then you have built a strong foundation to build on top of these. right? With the rest of the programs, like Dr. Sajid said, the DDM and then the data-driven marketing programs, etc., which will help you to build on top of that. So with the CDM entry-level program, what you will be able to do is get an idea about how to do yourself, how to manage yourself within the digital landscape, which is by understanding the basics and the fundamentals, which will help you, of course, to favor good path in front of you, right? So things like what can be done with mobile. These are all digital channels. So you might know even better than some of us uh, how what do you call social media works. You might be using the latest social media platforms much more actively than some of us, right? Some of you might be TikTok content creators, right? Some of you might be YouTube content creators. You might be even monetizing those platforms right now, right? So you can, but how do we, from a marketing point of view, apply that into a digital strategy, right? Apply that into a digital strategy, because everybody can instantly use any of these channels today. You can come up with a website uh, within 24 hours. You can prepare, you can develop a website not even less than 24 hours and launch a website, right? I was just doing another session on the other side. So we took an example. You can actually come up with a e-commerce website within 24 hours from setting up even the brand can be set up within 24 hours. You can create a logo, you can create a brand name, you can create the brand assets, you can do the website, plug in the payment gateways, uh, source the products and host the products. Within 24 hours, your website, e-commerce ready website can be launched. I think මේ ඔක්කොම පැය 24ක් ඇතුළත instantly අපිට පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන්, right? Any of these channels. But how do we apply that in terms of the business strategy, and then how can the digital strategy be developed is what is important, right? So what you're going to get through this program is basically how can we do, how can we implement, how can we use all of these channels at hand. දැන් මෙතන තියෙන මට expose වෙන්න තියෙන channels ඔක්කොම ටික මෙතන නැහැ, right? There is more. There is AI. Uh, Also, AI is also a new factor now, right? Augmented reality, virtual reality are also channels available to you, which is not here. But new channels will continue to add, right? New channels will continue to add. But if you know the fundamentals from a marketing point of view, segmenting, targeting, and positioning, it's then about coming up with the digital strategy by using the most optimum channel out there and then executing the activity that you want. ඔන්න ඔය fundamentals එක තමයි අපිට හදා ගන්න තියෙන්නේ. So within this program, that is something you will be able to get yourself updated on. So my request to everybody is, right, three simple things, right? Three simple things. Be curious about what you're going through, right? Be curious. ඒ කියන්නේ උනන්දුවක් දක්වන්න මේ කරන දේවල් ගැන. Right? Ask questions. And finally, the most easiest thing to do is use of Google search, right? Everybody knows what Google search is, and even in Sri Lanka, Google search is the most popular search engine out there. So over 90% of Sri Lankans use Google as a primary search engine. I think everybody here is also part of the 90% who use Google. So කතා කරන topics, points, content දේවල් ගැන පොඩ්ඩක් search කරන්න. Go into detail. That is, when you're curious, you will want to go in depth about some of the things we discussed. So be curious first, right? Be curious first. If this doesn't happen, I don't think you will go to this stage of using search, because if you're not curious about it, you can very little. So my request to you is, when you're going through the program, whatever module you go through, try to be curious, ask questions within the sessions, and also do a bit of Google search on the topics and areas that you might feel are not clear. You can, of course, ask any of the resource personnel that you're going to meet, because they will be able to give an update, because all of the resource personnel that you're going to meet are industry professionals, right, who are practically hands-on practicing the digital technologies, digital marketing activities that they discuss. So everybody is very hands-on savvy. So you can ask any of these questions, and then from a practical point of view, how can things be implemented as well can be clarified. But again, my request to you is be curious, ask questions, and do search. Right. That's the update from me. So wish you all the best and hope to see everybody within the program modules as well. So I will also be seeing you and you in a few modules when we start the program. So happy to take questions. You know, clear out doubts when we meet. So remember, be curious, ask questions, and do search. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Hope to see you soon.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Shanika Ratnayaka. Be curious, ask questions, and do research. Thank you for that great and most important points that you highlighted throughout your speech for us and, of course, for our students. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, the students, for program brief, I would like to warmly invite the executive at Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing, Mr. Mudita Kandambi.
Thank you, Dasun. First, let me share my screen. Uh, I think my screen is visible, right?
Yeah, visible.
Okay. Yes, good morning again to all. On behalf of Slim Business School, I would like to warmly welcome you again for the inauguration of Certificate in Digital Marketing program. So this is the second intake in 2024. First, let me introduce myself. So I'm Mudita Khandambi, the program coordinator for CDM program. Here I would like to take you through some important details about this program. So, first let me talk about the registration process. Once you are registered in Certificate in Digital Marketing, as known as CDM program, you will need to submit a scanned copy of NIC and scanned copies of your education certificates. So, all the registered students are informed to submit these documents to the LMS. So learning management system is the LMS. The LMS access will be given to you in due course, and we will definitely notify you on the same via email. So let me quickly guide you on that. This is the LMS. So you have to log into our LMS first through the website once we provide you all the usernames and passwords. Once you log in, you will see your intake as CDM 224 and you need to click on the View Intake. Then you may direct to this interface and there you need to find intake documentations. After that, you can see the required documents and you may upload them. So the documents that you upload will be verified by the backend, and a detailed guideline on the usage of LMS will provide with the login credentials in due course. So after that, about the coaching, the learning sessions will be usually held on every Sundays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Via MS Teams. And the class joining links, I will share you guys with the email prior. So the classes will be commencing on 12th May 2024. So this is the class timetable for CDM 224. I'll share this class schedule with all the registered students at the class commencement email, and all the students are requested to follow the program timetable carefully. So if I mention some key facts about this CDM program, the duration will be only 4 months and the program will be conducted in fully English medium. So we have planned to conduct this program via online via MS Teams. So Slim will provide you the Slim LMS access to make your learning effective and easy. Now I'm going to explain the curriculum of this CDM program. The CDM program consists of 6 modules, namely an introduction to digital marketing, search engine marketing and optimization, content marketing, social media marketing, introduction to analytics, online reputation management, and crisis management. So with this six modules, this program has been designed to expect many learning outcomes at the completion of the program. So if I mention some of them are demonstrate an understanding of digital marketing landscape of Sri Lanka versus global and online consumer behavior, an understanding of the tools and techniques of SEM and SEO, an understanding the content of content marketing and content creation tools, and also the world of social media and analyze different aspects of social media marketing and social media management, explore the concepts of web, online marketing, and social analytics tools, and illustrate their use. And finally, demonstrate an understanding of the overview of online reputation management. So about the assessment and evaluation, this assignment criteria will be in two ways. There is a case study based group assignment and online examination. The group case study will cover 30% of the final grading and the online examination will cover 70% of the final result. About the online examination, you need to come for our authorized centers. So if I discuss more about these assignments, you need to complete a case study based assignment as a group assignment. So Slim will divide you into groups. At the completion of the group assignment, you need to the students will be given guidance for both assignments and for the examination. The gradings will be awarded according to your performance at each of these assessment components. So this is your grading system. The grading system, you will be awarded a grade according to your total mark gained in each of the above evaluation components. So students who score above 75 marks will be awarded a merit pass, and students who score between 74 to 65 will be awarded a good pass, and 64 to 40 will be an ordinary pass. So if I discuss more on the group assignment, Slim will divide you into the groups, and students are expected to work on the assignment as per the guidelines that we gave. So the assignment will be released via Slim LMS on 1st July 2024, and the assignment will be briefing on 7th July 2024. The assignment submission will be on 25th August. So all the guidelines regarding the assignment will be provided to students in due course. So, but the final examination, it will be held on September 8th from 9 a.m. onwards as an online examination. Further, Slim Library is open now for all students. You may use the library facility for your study purposes. As shown in here, the library is open from Monday to Thursday, 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and in the weekends from 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. So the library will remain closed on Friday, Poya days, and other special holidays. And this is the program handbook for CDM program. So this will carry all the important details you need to know about the certificate in digital marketing program. So all the students are kindly requested to read the program handbook very carefully. So we will share the e-copy of this program handbook at the class commencement and also in the LMS. So we are actually communicate with students mostly via email. So students are requested to provide an accessible email address and check your emails on regular basis. And you can contact Slim for any inquiry regarding the program. If you are registered in Colombo, you need to you can contact me via note 70 366 2177, and you can email to me via cdm@slim.edu.lk. And also students who have registered in Kandy, Slim Business School, you can contact Ms. Dilokshi. And also students who are registered in Matara, you can contact Mr. Rashid. Their contact details are also mentioned in here. So you guys can note them down and contact them at any point that you want to clarify anything regarding this program. Further, for any concerns during your study period at Slim, you may contact the business school manager, Mr. Samira. His contact number is 070-378-0090, or else our head of education, Dr. Sajid Prematilaka. We are sajid.c@slim.lk. As well, you may contact Slim student counselor, Mr. Nagi Adrisingha, through student@slim.lk. So everyone's contact details are mentioned in here. You guys can note them down. So, once you complete your qualification, you are invited to the Slim certification ceremony and you guys will be awarded at the glamorous ceremony. Finally, I wish you all the best in your future studies and becoming successful marketers in the world of marketing. So, thank you very much and have a great afternoon. So, over to you, Dasun. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Murida Kandambe, for that introduction and the information that you passed with our students. Dear students, I hope this time and this period, which gave you all of a plethora of opportunity to learn why you need to become a certified digital marketer from the Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing, because of the industry experts' insights, inputs, of course, the experiences that they shared with us, and the Slim CDM program was upgraded. Those dear students, areas you have to learn huge. The knowledge is uncomparable. Dr. Sajid Chanukar, Ms. Sammani Pereira, Mr. Shanaka Ratnayaka, Ms. Mudila Khandambi. Of course, dear students, it's a great pleasure to join with the Slim CDM Open Day webinar. Have a great day. Thank you.